Yo, what's good? Why do I? Who in the right mind controls their stream via their phone? Every time I go live, it's like, hey, your mobile dashboard. Who's going to use that? Anyways, how you guys doing? Have I ever seen Insidious say Big Chungus in Discord? No. Huh? Alright. I did disable the skip queue for a little bit, just so we don't have to, like, you know, end off the stream with the skip queue. That's always kind of annoying to deal with. You know, like, I'm like, alright, let's end the stream. Oh, no. Someone put in a skip queue. Anyways. Let's get it. 40 seeing this, I did not send it. Does not seem like it has been updated since I last played it. I've seen this like a million different times though. For me, it's just like, it's cool that's 500 objects, but still, it's just like, could have had a little bit more going on. Mainly with like the colors. Also, there's some weird hitbox going on. But yeah, I think, you know, 42 seconds, that's a little too short in my opinion as well. GD Monkey. Rip your 40 stream streak. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. I played this for 11%. I don't know why. This was cool though so far. I think I played this in like 1 attempt, and that's why I have 11% on it. I was like, alright, I'll look at this later. And then I never got around to it. So, it's good that it was requested now. I like the amount of fakes there are. You know, star grinders, they might not like the fakes, but they can deal with it. Yo, Andreas, thank you for the 100 bits. Gift from User Gamer Pro. Much appreciated. That's a shitty checkpoint. This is almost 3 minutes long, so I'm not going to complain too much about the fact that we're a third of the way through and we don't really see much difference in the deco. So I'm just assuming, or I'm going to be optimistic in that there's going to be some change soon. That was a bit sketch. I feel like I was on the verge of dying there, but somehow made it. There's a lot of fakes. I like this actually. Some people like, they hate fakes, but stop trying to sight read every level you play then. Ooh, okay. Big difference here. Great song representation. A little heavy on the orbs here. I feel like some more non-orb focused gameplay would have been a little bit more interesting, admittedly. But I mean, there's not much you can really do about it. It does sync well to the music, though. I'm sure the stream bitrate is -50 at this point. Wait, this is very good. I like this a lot. Kind of wish that the fakes like expanded to that part of the level, because we realistically have fakes for the first 50%, and then it becomes pretty straightforward, which I can get as, like, you know, someone who wants to play a level. They don't want to have to remember all those fakes at the end, but I feel like it would have been a little bit more interesting if there were more fakes at the end instead of it being pretty straightforward. But still, very good level, easy epic for me. Alrighty. Great song name. I'm not even gonna say that. New Girl Happy for sure. Sup, Howler. This looks cool so far. I love the atmosphere. It gives me like Forest Temple vibes almost. good parallax as well. And what I mean by good parallax is correct parallax. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Those are some odd hitboxes. I might tone these down, make them a little bit more accurate. Because, like, the thing with these hitboxes is, like, look. I'm not even touching it visually. Like, there's, like, a pretty large gap here between, like, my player hitbox and the actual visual. So I'll definitely fix those. Especially on the sides. There's such a wide gap on the sides, bro. Definitely make them smaller. I got crushed into a mini cube. Love it. There are a couple of visual depth issues with that gameplay. Like, those boxes, admittedly, I thought that they were in the background. But I do like the overall direction this level's taken. It's just very nice, calm, atmospheric visuals. And that's about all you can really ask for in a level like this with this song. I started a new level last night. I'll show you guys after this. It's I haven't done this before, but it's an experimental effect level. It's very bare bones at the moment. That jump's a bit odd with the pipe in the foreground. I mean, obviously it's just a buffer, but still. Cool stuff. But yeah, there are a couple of gameplay visibility issues and a couple of hitbox issues, but I think high-end features should be fine. I'd say for the readability issues, I'm gonna say like a pretty easy demon. Did I play the levels in the later folder? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, let me show you this real quick. I'm gonna have to show you in here. As you can see, there's nothing here until you actually play the level. And I'm just gonna let it play itself. So yeah, we're working on this. As for the later folder, that's the thing for my auto entry. This is a duality entry. Duality entry. 6 minutes. Can't be asked to play that. 5 minutes. I'll play this at some point. I've already seen this. I did for a feature. Is that one knots level? The split gauntlet knots level. This looks very much like that. I forget the name of it, but you know what level I'm talking about. It looks very much similar to that. So, big yikes so far. How you doing, Azo? Can somebody explain to me what exclamation mark form does? Why don't you do the commands and you'll figure it out. Also, that's very short. Long 44 seconds, huh? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I do agree it's three stars, but personally not something I would send because it's very derivative of that one knots level. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more levels after this because 2 levels we've already played. Assuming no more of these levels I have already played before. Very, very simple deco so far. The bot designs are literally just these glow pieces. Wish there was a little bit more substance to them. This is a little bit better. But I will say that the background is rather empty. And it'd be nice if there was just a little bit more air deco, maybe some saw blades or anything. Oh, that's a bit weird. Not really the biggest fan of how it forces you to buffer those orbs. I feel like levels that like force you to buffer orbs. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of that. Like, I'm fine like if it's like a timing thing, but if it's like in an easier level and you're forced to buffer an orb or else you die to like some badly placed structures, then that's kind of not good in my opinion. But yeah, personally not something that I would send. It's just a little too bare bones. Really empty, unfortunately. Okay. 7. First things first, turn on blending on your glow, please. Non-blending glow does not look good in the sight, just unfortunately. Colors are decent. They're a little too saturated in parts, but obviously like this blue to purple hue is generally very good, and you see it in a lot of levels, which is the reason why you see it in a lot of levels is because it is a very good gradient. So some people think it's overused. I personally think it's fine. As long as you use it in a fairly unique manner, it's fine to use the same colors over and over again. Like my Pulse series is all this color gradient. I have 3 levels in that series. Yeah, personally nothing that I would send again. Just a little too simple at times. Colors are decent, like I said, but definitely turn on blending on your glow. Just because it just doesn't look that good. Alright, let's do this. Color 3. Blending. That's just a bit better. Not really much more I can say about it. It's just already a bit better. But yeah. Was I one of the mods that sent your newest level? Was it that like 1.9 level or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. If so, then yes. Play with that pride, just a little less checkpoints. Okay. I jumped at the arrow. Is it like a hold jump, or do you just have to do a very late timing? It's a late timing. Gotcha. Come on, dude. Kind of like every other level I see with this aspect ratio, I realize that you're trying to emulate like a mobile game, vertical mobile game, but I just think that there's just too much empty space on the left and right side of the screen, and there just should be a little bit more, like just some, doesn't even have to be like anything crazy, just like some like very barely noticeable pattern to fill in that empty space. But as for the level itself, I'm assuming this is based off like a mobile game. I don't know though. Somebody might know though. I mean, if it is based off a mobile game, let's just hope that it, like, you know, gives credit to the original game. Don't pull a junior whatever 202, 1202 and just like trace every single game possible without giving much credit. Oh, you ass. It's actually a lot simpler or easier than I thought it'd be. Like, you could easily turn this into a very difficult level by like varying up like the speed of the player. And like already at this speed, like these triple clicks right here, you know, you gotta be pretty precise with them. And so you can easily do like some maze like stuff with just having a whole bunch of those, which would be cool. I don't know why this level's like free. It's kind of easy, even though it's level 13. That level felt strangely easy given its placement in the overall level. Last one. Don't tell me it's just a straight shot. That's very anticlimactic. Oh, you ass. Come on! This is pretty. I wish I had more custom gimmicks rather than being the same as the original. Update version 101. Alright. This level got sent from the App Store. 4-star? I'd see that. But yeah. Unfortunately, I just wish it was a little bit more original. Not really much I can really say about it. Like, people in the chat are saying that this is something from an App Store game, which I will go ahead and agree. Huh? Update 101 and it's already version 6. Oh, that's true. That's funny. So, I mean, I don't like it when levels just trace other games in the slightest. Like, I don't send those levels. So, assuming with everyone saying that it is a App Store game, I will not be sending this. Alright. That is the end of the first 5 in order. Technically 7 because there were 2 that we had already played. So, random queue. Hardo Insane Demon. Cryogenic Core. Alright. 1.8. Alright, well this is old school hard gameplay, which is like immediately much more difficult than most modern day gameplay. So I'm gonna watch the video. Dude, look at this iPad recording. We're in total, like, we're in the future with this recording. Ooh, I like this. Admittedly, the green takes me out of it. Like, I realize that it's player colors, but I feel like if those circles were a little bit more of the desaturated blue, I think it would, you know, fit in a little bit more. I do wish I used the entirety of the song, just because it's ending fairly soon. I don't know. I don't really like it when levels don't use the entirety of the main songs. Because, like, the main songs, like, the longest one is, like, deadlocked, and it's, like, 1:45 or something. So it's not like, you know, they're very difficult to build to. I like this, though. I love a when people use the full version of Rata songs. Yeah. I'll still send it for a rate. I liked it. Yo necesito agua. There we go. Quick refresh. Practice first, that's never a good sign. How often reset? Like once every hour. How do you get weight? You go downstairs and you eat food. But all the weight system is if your level does not get played and the form resets, your weight increases by 1. That's all it is. This is very simple. I do think there could be like some color pulses in the backgrounds. Like I realize with the limitations it may not be the most easy thing to do. But it's also really going through the updates or something. But this is not old school deco anymore. Yeah. It's got some charm to it. I do appreciate that. It's almost there for a star rate. I think that some of the colors towards the end did get a little off, especially like those bright like blue, purple bits. Personally, if those colors were a little bit more pleasing to the eye, in my opinion, I personally am not going to send it. There's a malware in the form. Deal with it, I guess. How's the Kiba mod so far? It's actually pretty good. I have no complaints about it. Oh. I'm not sure how I feel about the all those gameplay portions being like low opacity. It just like, so far the level just feels a little bit messy. We go Jew with the bit. Is it random queue? Yes. That's a little difficult. Yeah, this part right here and the part at the beginning of the level, it just seems a little messy, unfortunately. Yo, thank you for the 7 bits, Izuna. Don't hit those. I think this level relies a little too much on recorrection teleport portals. And it's on that there's not one there. I think a star rate should be fine for this. Like I said, it was pretty messy in like the beginning part here. Like I think the low opacity, the brambles. I don't know, it just does a little, it just makes it look a little bit too messy. Also, you got this foreground moving to the left. It's just a little too messy for my liking, but it's still decent, so I'll send it for a rate. Space level, I don't know. Okay. I love the static on those blocks. Those look sick. Yo, is that Earth back there? That's Earth. If you ever want to say Earth in a non-serious way, just say it like it's spelled U-R-F. Earth.
Huh?
Decent color so far. Oh, I like the these right here. That's cool. I don't even know what object this is, if I'm being honest. That was a clean transition. One of the few times where I don't mind the area move, or the inner move. You can use it in a fairly messy way, because it actually fits with the deco. I wonder, what was that object? I'm actually curious. Where are you at? Here are you at? Oh my god, there are a bunch of these. Makes sense, actually. Yeah, that was clean. I liked it. Air. I'm terrified what can kill me, what can't. Interesting. Those blocks, they look like they're in the foreground. I don't know why. They so look like they're in the foreground. And you gotta dodge them. I think the jump indicators in this level are rather unnecessary. Like, why'd you put them here? This is the most like easy level. You don't need jump indicators in the level this easy, or in any level for that matter. Jump indicators are realistically a plague, and they need to be dealt with. It's got some neat ideas. I like this. Do those radio towers kill you? They do. Oh my god. Your Discord account isn't limited anymore. How did you even get hacked? That's the main question here. Oh, full end screen. Alright, that's all up. How do you deal with the malware in the form? I don't know what form you're looking at, but there's no malware in the form. You're like tripping or something. Try getting some After Effects stuff. Just pay for it, bro. I like it. Maybe Heroes got had because of the malware in your forum. You guys are like brain dead this morning or something. There's no malware in the forum. Like there's nothing here. Place your level ID. What's your Twitch username? David video. Level of difficulty. Is it your level? What's your GD game mode? Like, holy shit, dude. Friendship games? Oh god. I mean, if I wanted to spread malware, I would do it a different way. So, and you guys would not be able to catch it. These colors are interesting. I'm not sure about them. Oof. I also feel like it's quite empty, in all honesty. I don't know why it feels empty. Yeah, for me, the colors in this level are taking me quite out of it. They're not the best, in my opinion. I feel like there just could be a lot more clean color choices. I think I'll send it for a star 8, for that matter. I think it's fine for enough for that. Also, the song representation wasn't really there, if I'm being honest. By Team Radar? What? Okay. I'm not even gonna mention what I said or what I saw. This is some clean design so far. Not sure if the song really matches it. I don't know about this. Also, this level, just like the colors and stuff, reminds me of oh god, what's that cherry level? Near Absence or something. Which gives me those vibes. For me, the main thing is that the song doesn't really match the deco all too well. Like, I feel like there could have been a better song chosen for that. So I think a feature should be fine. Who's saying legendary? Honestly, fair, I guess, for your standards, but we gotta be realistic sometimes. Is this like another Ascension to Heaven level? I feel like we've gotten a lot of these recently. This is a level dedicated to Ryrax. Gotcha. It's just giving me those Ascension to Heaven vibes. Like, not even just because of like the general theme, but like the object usage as well. And I can say that because I'm in the Ascension to Heaven server, so I know what's happening with the level. This changed Echo a lot. Hello? Gameplay readability did go downhill quite a bit. There's a lot of sudden timings. And also this jump right here. Given this frame right here, it just makes sense that you would do a full jump with this robot because this obstacle up here is completely obscured by this border. So, like, you know, like you can do a full jump there if you do a weird timing, but, you know, I would just make that a little bit more clear. That transition's a little rough, admittedly. And there are a couple of orbs where the general glow of the level is quite obscure. It is quite obscuring a lot of these orbs. What was that? I saw that troll face. Yeah, for me, it's mainly just the gameplay issues. that's holding this level back. Cool end screen though, and this one too. Personally, I think a feature is fine for this. Mainly because of those gameplay issues and just general readability that could have been improved on. Because a lot of the transitions did make it feel a little awkward. So I think it'll be fine as a feature. My Really Fun Plat by Bombcraft. 7 minutes long, so that is a put in the later folder. I feel like I have an eyelash right here. There it is. Black Ops Zombies remix by Jumper. I haven't heard of this in forever. This is a Hardy Insane Demon, so if it gets crazy, I'll just watch the video. Don't hit that, actually. I'm being stupid. I like the glowy parts, but I feel like there could be a little bit more detail inside of them, admittedly. Do I do form resets? I do. Yeah, for me, like the glowy bits, like they look cool, but I feel like just a little bit more detail inside of them will look a bit better, because like it just really just like, you know, the exposure is just a little too high. Yo, Jude, what's up? How many cents do you need for a rate? Just one. Why is the second one difficult, dude? The first one was easy, and the second one was difficult. That transition's a little weird. Also, like the level weirdly, like it feels like it's not really going many places. Like there's no real like distinct direction, unfortunately. It just kind of has this general style for its entire runtime, and I wish that there was a little bit more like variation or like a direction that this level went in that's like very distinct and different than the first part of the level. Okay. Those are some weird hitboxes, bro. The gameplay wasn't too bad. I just think that like some of the colors and the you know, the ones that like these colors should like blow out the lens. A little bit more saturation would be nice. Like it's hard to like, you know, make this all look good because there are different hue values based on this one color for some reason. But you know, something a little bit more saturated would be nice. You know, a little bit more hue shift towards the reds. But yeah. It's almost there for a star rate. I just wish that it, like, you know, went in a direction that wasn't just the same deco pretty much for the entire time. Just because that's a little bit boring, admittedly. But the gameplay was good. I like the gameplay. Okay. These are some interesting colors. Submissive Walrus. Not sure how I feel about the greens. These greens are better, but those very saturated greens in the prior part, not sure how I feel about them. Hold. This part's a little empty, admittedly. Feel like there could be a little bit more air deco. Like the background pattern is neat. It's using those particle objects, but there's just a large gap in empty space between the foreground and the backgrounds, which those who have been to my streams know that I don't really like that. I like there to be some sort of middle portion. That was a pretty easy coin to get, looks like. Thanks for sending. Yeah, for me, the level just needs a little bit more color work, and like orange and green is an okay color scheme to work with, but you gotta get like the values of like the greens, like you gotta nail those values, because admittedly these ones don't really work all too well. Unfortunately, they do not work well. So, personally, I think I'll send this for a rate. Alright. Platformer, 106,000 downloads. What are we doing? It's player colors. I mean, sure. What is this? No need to watch the video in 4K. Let's go down to 1080. Not the biggest fan of just boss fight plots in general. Yeah, I mean, boss fight plots, they're fine if the attacks are fair. Like, if there's, like, you know, good indication of where the attacks are about to be, that's good. Because, like, otherwise it just becomes a memory level, and I don't feel like memorizing a 3-minute boss fight. What's this level name? Fight of Light. That's according to the video. Could have changed, I don't know. I do appreciate the effort put in here. I think that for my standards of platformer videos, or platformer levels, and just like boss fights in general in platformer, this could have had a little bit more intensity and a little bit more in visuals that go with the attacks, because they are quite simple. So I think the most I'll probably send this for is a feature. And like, there's a lot of opportunity here in the song to, you know, get some deco that goes with it. Thanks. This was a pre 2.2 plat. Oh yeah, the video was uploaded in 2022. It looks cool though. It just lacked visually in parts, so I think low-end features should be fine. Alright, Society. Wins the form reset in about 9 minutes. Not too bad so far. Decent atmosphere. I like the general area fade on the blocks that go with the player. It's just a nice touch that I like to see in levels like this. Oh my god, I was close. Yep, there you go. I like this part a lot, actually. It's just very clean. Let's see the drop entails. Of course, there's a black hole. Guys, you do realize that levels like this can have other deco in the background, right? It doesn't have to have a black hole. Like, holy shit. I really like this level up until now, if I'm being honest. Black hole kind of ruins it for me. Also, the black hole background here is here for like half the level, right? There's more opportunity for more interesting deco. So a star 8 is what we're getting. Was gonna be a pretty high-end feature, but it kind of fell off at the end. So star 8 is fine. We have an extreme demon. Kismet. Why are there 2 videos here, bro? Just put 1 video. I don't care about the verification right now. Kismet is a finished chocolate. Nice. If you redeem 9,000 channel points, can I give you 10,000 back? No. Because then you would be giving... First of all, why would I do that? Second of all, you would be gaining 1,000 channel points. So... the most I would give back is roughly half of what you gave me. What is this parallax? Come on, guys. The parallax is, it needs to choose a single direction to go in. Can I pay you $15 to get back 20, please? Yeah, that's basically what that question was. I don't think that's intended to be parallax. Either way, it looked weird. Just the general movement looked a little too odd for me. But I did like the raw level. That was cool. Broken iPad. 42 seconds, huh? This is a good representation of a broken iPad, yes. It's just a little too intense, the shader usage. And by the shader usage, I mean the glitch shader. Alright. Now we... okay. 6-year-olds dying time machine. The time machine, I don't know why people think that was difficult. Deadly radiation from the device? What device do you have that permits radiation? Okay. 4 stars. Personally, not something that I would send because it's, you know, just very too effect heavy, and when the or shader heavy, and when the shaders do get turned off eventually, there's just not really much substance there, unfortunately. Personally, not something I would send. Lucarius by Texic. Okay, this must be like a very old level because that was Nikon, and I don't even think that Nikon still plays anymore. Stick away. Never mind. I mean, seeing a lot of names that I haven't seen in a while. Demianos Cabanos. Man, 2.2 made these clicks right here so difficult for no reason. Guys, it's Moai by Senior Saturno. This level predicted that level would happen. It's pretty classic, you know, old school design meta collab. Pretty standard. Also, I've seen this so many times. I don't know why every single level back in the day did this, where it's like, alright, we have this glowing ember thing, and then bam, random debris. Like, for what reason does that happen? So many levels used to do it. Like that. Why? Slow part? Nope. I just skipped that black orb. Sure. It's interesting. I mean, it's pretty outdated, admittedly. Also, that's a Creo song? Jesus. That was, ugh. I think a star rate should be fine. It did fall off at the end, or towards the end of some of the glow usage, but I think a star rate should be fine. Reset in 1 minute? Yeah. But we're not at a hour yet, so we're playing one more level. This is fine, I guess. Alright, people who decide to kill the player at the beginning of the level, please, for the love of God, mute the sound effects before, like, on the first attempt, because it's so easy, it's so weird that you can just hear the player die at the beginning. I'm not sure what's going on here. Why is there a hard edge? let me play it from the beginning. That was weird. Not sure how I feel about that. This is interesting. I think it's a little too bright, admittedly. These colors are a bit better than the colors at the beginning of the level. So I'm glad that that at least improved. Interesting. It did improve towards the end, but I still think that it's a little iffy at the beginning, so start it should be fine. Camera's stupid, broken on attempt 1. You do realize that there's an easy way to fix that, right? There's an easy way to fix that. And I did it in Age Impulse. All you gotta do is use an item compare trigger and have a, your typical item pickup nonsense. And then if the attempt is greater than 1, move it to the left, the background, whatever, 75 units to the left. You can't see, but there's a negative 75 right there. And basically what you gotta do is place your camera right here, and then as soon as attempt 2 pops up, you gotta do 75 because that's the camera. So you'll see these right here, they parallax based on the center of the screen, and as you can see on attempt 1 it is parallax based on the center of the screen, and then even on attempt 2 with the camera being fixed, it is still parallaxed based on the center of the screen. That's the easiest way to do it. You could do the whole like teleport the player 15 blocks to the right nonsense, but not everybody knows how to do that. So I'm giving the easier approach. Alright, let's go ahead and reset the form. Reset, form is not open yet, so don't flood it. Alright. Form is now open. And like last time, let's do one attempt on Azure. I almost beat it last time. I'm probably not going to beat it this time, or come close to beating it this time. Yep. Alright. Random Crystal Forest. What is this? Did this not say 9 stars, dude? Oh, it's an extreme diamond, okay. Let's watch the video then. Are the first 5 in order? No. Why no ordered after a reset? Why ordered after a reset? That's my question to you. It got some neat colors to it. It is a bit repetitive, so I'm glad to see that there's at least some color differentiation here. But, you know, could be a little bit more going on. The gameplay does seem pretty standard, pretty, run-of-the-mill Extreme Demon gameplay. Nothing too crazy there, which is a little unfortunate to see. A lot of straight fly, a lot of 4x wave. Nothing too special, but I do like the deco. Nice ending there. Sure. How many levels left? There's no set amount of levels left. It's just how much time is left. Because I only stream typically for 4 hours, or not 4 hours, 2 hours. So, it's basically how many more levels can I get through in this remaining hour. He's got some neat ideas with the bot design. I like this. I did not see that spike in the slightest, dude. Ah, there's the coin. Is the way based on the ID? Yeah. You submitted on both Twitch and YouTube. I mean, that shouldn't matter either way. I'm not sure why this level doesn't have a requested difficulty. Seems like a 5-star maybe. Feature should be fine. Compassion. Wait, hold up. I love this color overlay. That's sick. We need more levels that do stuff like this. I'm sure Maslow, you know what I'm talking about. I love color masking. It's so cool. It's just something that no one does it anymore. I don't know why. Like, people were doing this in 2.0, you know? So it's obviously, not difficult to do. It's just something that, people just don't do anymore, which I don't get the reason for. This is giving me Space I Guess vibes. This part right here. I don't know why. Might be the same song for all I know. People one had so many insanely good levels of masking. I have no idea why people stopped doing it. Yeah, me neither. Ilra was so good. Yeah, there's like one Ilra level with like a extremely cool masking part at the end. I forget what the name of it is, but it was extremely cool. It had like it had a pretty similar like, you know, wave masking effect with colors. And it's just like, I don't know how people get doing that. Man, this is good. I like it a lot. Favorite Gauntlet level is Still Life. Honestly, preach. That level's overhated. It's because it's difficult. I don't know why people don't like that level. It's a good level. Indicators on. Turn those things off, dude. Oh, no. 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 Get me out of here. No. I just turned the indicators on. Keep those off. Hello? That's an interesting timing. You have to hit that orb very early. The parallax here is... I appreciate the effort. But I'm not sure why the parallax... Look at this. Look at this part right here. It just starts. I don't know why it's not consistently moving. I can definitely appreciate the effort. But you generally want parallax to be continuous and not based on... look at this. This is just funny. I like this. It's funny. You generally want parallax to be continuous and not based on a single X position. And if it is based on a single X position, preferably off screen. But at least it's correct. Like, obviously the it starting, you know, already on screen is not ideal, but at least like the direction, the general direction that it's moving is correct. So you did get that right. I would just make sure that the parallax starts to move off screen instead of, you know, one block in front of the player like it currently does here. You had to jump there, honestly, fair. I don't know what these yellow things are, dude. They look like orbs initially, but I think they're just deco. Remember, DIYing is forbidden, alright? You hear that, guys? Don't do things yourself. DIYing? Don't do it. This has got some interesting atmosphere. I do wish... Chief, the only streamer to watch. Alright. I don't know who Chief is. This is giving me like some weird dystopian vibes. Phone of Duty 30. A unique experience. What is this? Like a political campaign? Hold up. What is Knife Alley? Knife Alley to slice them all. Okay. Equip your kid with the best tool? Maniac's gun? What? What cheese we sell watches? Okay. I'm getting more confused every time I read one of these. Problem? Pillow fun? Cheap bike? And then Knife Alley again. Okay. Next year, Silent Sonic Wave, Rebirth Infinity, Unleashed, Buffed X. Honestly, I can see it. Geometry Dash, like this city, will be deserted one day. I hope you have the time to express your creativity before its end. Honestly, that's probably the most normal message in this entire level. Did indicators do something wrong? They just take all the fun away from learning a level. I'm sending the fur feature, like honestly a pretty high-end feature. It's got some funny parts to it. But yeah, indicators in levels just makes levels boring, if I'm being honest. Pretty standard design style here, don't mind it. Not sure why there's two lines here. You can tell by the brightness of the glow. Will I try your level if it pops up in the random queue? You forgot your corner blocks. Come on here. Although I think actually, I think they just forgot the corner blocks. I don't know. Yeah, that's very noticeable. Also, seeing puzzle block usage is kind of nice. We don't really get many levels that use them. Maslow, go make a level that's a puzzle block and breakable block, as a main focus. You got this. Oh, the 3D, please put it in a single direction. Puzzle breakable block extreme team with masking. Yeah. Just throw every single gimmick in there. And make it be like procedurally generated as well. When is the next reset? Next stream. We did a reset 17 minutes ago, and there will not be another reset done this stream. I've already seen it, said not send it. Might have been updated since I last played it. I don't know, let's just play. Yo, Glorox with the gifted sub. Thank you. What is my bias towards levels? I don't really think I have a bias towards any level. I mean, I like old school levels just because, you know, I started playing like a month after 2.0 released. So like, you know, old school levels like 2.0, 1.9 give me like, you know, a good amount of nostalgia. So I do have a soft spot for those, but like, you know, they still have to be high quality for me to like them. You can't just give me like some random reason tab 2.0 level and expect me to immediately send it, because that does not work. Do I like modern deco? Only if the colors are good. Like I'm very particular on my colors and modern levels. Oh, you ass! I definitely have bias. I notice you like colors a lot. I mean, only reason that I like colors a lot is because I have a pretty standard or high set of standards for colors in my own levels. So, you know. Yeah, personally not something I would send a little too ND for my liking. Soda. Do we keep our weight for the next stream too? Yes. Do I like Weddles levels? I like some Weddles levels more than others. But, I mean, you know. You can say that about any creator. I don't think there's like any creator out there, if I'm being honest, where I'm like, alright, it's a blank creator level, therefore I'm going to immediately love it. Oh, there's a pipe there. I did not see that pipe in the slightest. This got some neat designs to it. Sorta. I'm not sure what's going on with this visualizer. It's kind of freaking out. What's going on? I honestly think that the previous part was a bit higher in quality. Ooh, a spiral background. Someone go call Mag. Okay, sure. I honestly think that the player is moving a little too quick for these renditions. It's very sudden. What happens if someone submitted the same level 2 times? The Kiba mod only counts the first time it was submitted, and it will ignore the second time, effectively deleting it from the listing of levels. Will I ever release a collab level on my account? Don't know. Obviously, I have 165 creator points with 77 levels rated, and they are all solo, and I don't think anyone else can say that. So I think it's unique to my... Isn't this person the one with like all... No. There was one person out there who like had 30 creator points or something, but with only star rates. Anyways, it's an extreme demon. Let's watch the video. I would not want to break the streak if I were you. Alright, I do not care about some freaking nonsense in the stream, bro. Just show me the level. Procurator? Okay, it might be them. Two-hour stream? Yes. Bro, just play the level. Stop dying. Alright, looks like we actually get the attempt. I like these colors a lot. I like how the clicks are the only thing you can hear in the video. I can hear the music somewhat, but yeah. If you're going to request an extreme, please give me the original showcase that does not have the clicks being the main thing that you can hear. Like, there's too many levels I get played that I have to like watch videos for on stream that are just like this, but sometimes it's like the audio is even like, it's worse than this. Like, congratulations, you verified it. Anyways, but yeah, there are just some levels where I cannot hear the the level audio in the slightest. I think it's fine for a star rate. Busted 64 bits. Okay. I like the colors on the block, actually. Pretty standard pixel deco, but the colors are decent. I'm not the biggest fan of the hue shift. Just change the color channels manually. You don't have to use a hue shift. That's kind of lazy. These transitions are a bit sudden and unforgiving. Yeah, what is this? Yeah, I didn't like this transition in the slightest. The deco was better at the beginning, admittedly. Okay, so you expect us to know that you gotta jump here. Okay, I didn't even hit that. Look, you can just skip that. Screw your F block. Yeah. Personally, not something I would send merely due to the gameplay being a bit odd. The deco sucks. Do you want me to say about your level? Because I can easily say about your level, bro. No need to be rude to other people. Okay. This is very bright. I can already tell this is like a fairly early on attempt at this deco from someone who didn't really do this, so I can commend the effort. The colors are good, it's just a little bright. Also feel like there could be a bit more background variety because we've had this, this one cloud here for now halfway through the level. So some more variation there would be greatly appreciated. Okay, this is better. I love the background gradient, that's actually really good. Thank you for the free coin, I guess. It does seem like, though, this asset has been used the entire level. It's kind of funny. Look, it gave me some Nas inspiration there at the end. But yeah, if you're gonna use the same cloud over and over again, I would at least vary it up a little bit. It's very easy to tell that you just use the same asset. Also, little tip. Let me see. What object is this? You use this object, brother. Use, please, for the love of God, when you make a circle cloud, use this right here. This is already way bigger. Let's go ahead and just match it. So that's Y. And just move it into place. Alright. Now let's grab it, move it down here, and compare the blurriness. As you can, if you squint, you might be able to see a tiny difference. Yes, please use this object right here for circles. And don't make yourself look dumb and use this object to be like, oh yeah, I need to use this object and put no audio scale on. No, this object already exists. It's basically that object but without the scaling. You just look dumb if you have to do this method. Lord. Anyways, that was a cool level. Like I said, looked like a fairly early on attempt of that deco style, and I'd say that part that was like the downhill forest section with that orange to purple gradient. I love that gradient color scheme. Hopefully it's not stolen. You never know. There's so many levels with this song, bro. And they're all epic, so like literally any of these levels could be hit. Definitely not a Nuke Force level. Never mind, I forgot that Nuke Force actually made something other than pixel style for once. Good job. Not this one. I don't think it's Mixel. I think it's a little bit more difficult than a 2-star. Definitely not this one. Nope. Also, I like they use the term Mixel, and Mixel, for anyone who doesn't know, is pixels of different size. Okay, seems at least, you know, original from the rated levels, so I'll give it a chance. If it turned out to be stolen, not my fault. Polar. Does the level use Mixels as a style choice? Honestly, if it does, I would hate it. I hate Mixels, dude. It just looks so like unpolished whenever a level uses Mixels, especially pixel levels. Because like, I mean, it's not entirely their fault because, you know, some of the pixel objects have different pixel sizes. So like if you combine a couple of pixel objects from different portions in the pixel object tab, you kind of just have to deal with it. That's a very low quality for some reason. Snowflake. I'm on the coin route. I didn't intend to be on the coin route. Okay, don't hit that. This looks like an inspiration from like 2020 Cloak Deco. Especially with like those spikes just popping in. Another downhill part. They're using an underwater sound effect for this ambient noise. That's weird. Let me find it. Where's the download part? Where's it at, bro? Hello? It's not this way going, is it? Okay, the level just doesn't exist anymore. Why is it teleport all over here, bro? Okay, where's this sound effect? I want to find it. Turn off the shader so I can see shit. Sound effect, sound effect, sound effect, sound effect, sound effect. I can't see. What is this? There we go. Either way. No. I'm making a platformer right now, so that's why I can recognize that sound effect. The camera in this level is a little odd, a little too sudden for me, so I think a star rate should be fine. Salamati Toxic. Hard to Insane Demon. Alright. Some interesting color choices here. I'm seeing a little too many already. Toggle orbs stacked inside of the orbs. And that's just a very lazy way to prevent skips in the level. If your level has like skippable orbs, then you just need to restructure the gameplay to make it not skippable. Please just stop using toggle orbs for anti-skips. It's very lazy, very just not good game design in general. No mod likes toggle orbs that are used for anti-skips. I gotta hold there, makes sense. I like the song a lot, though. I don't know why it gives me like Toho vibes. What? Oh, you gotta go down there. That's a bit evil. I know the skips are fine as long as they're harder than the regular route. Yeah, there's no... If the skip is, like, fine in that it's, like, you know, a swag route where, like, you can be like, wow, look at me, I beat this level with this cool routes, then just keep it in. There's no reason to patch it out. Pretty atmospheric so far, I like it. Yeah, the people that like, they have like an orb in a ship section or something, and then they, you can see like a saw blade on the right side of the screen, where as soon as you click the orb in the ship section, the saw blade just like toggles off. That's just, it's just not good. I don't know why people do that, it's just not good in the slightest. I do wish there was a little bit more variation here, because it's kind of samey throughout. Also, it ends in a bit of an odd spot. I think like the level just elected to end at 1 minute, which is a bit unfortunate. So I think for that reason, and the fact that there's not really much decoration variety, personally not going to be sending it. How would I make a standard pixel level stand out from others? What would I recommend to make it look a little different? Just literally just do like what Necris did, if I'm being honest. Where's Necris? There's Necris. Let me get to the part that I'm talking about. I could just show it in the editor, but this first part's free anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so with pixel art deco, do stuff like this. Make it a little bit easier. Mix and match your object usage, right? Like, don't just use the same standard block design. Mix and match everything. Like, just levels that, like, elects to having, like, just very simple block design without, like, much detail on it. You know, like, I have this base block design here, and then I have these little, like, you know, extra added details. Same with this, and, you know, this as well. Just add more detail to it. It's just very boring when people, like, when this is your pixel object design, pixel art design. Let me just find a... Let me find a generic object usage that people do. This one should be fine. When people do this, I'm just doing this just so you can actually see it, because the colors in this level are quite dark. When people do this, and like this is their block design, with like all this right here, like empty space, that's just boring. That's just boring, and like, you know, there's not really much there to it. Like, add more detail to the block designs. 20 minutes, yep. Later folder. Kuiper 50k. Alright. Do I have any tips on how to make a rate-worthy level? Well, luckily for you, you're on YouTube, and over on YouTube I have a 100 creative tips video that you can go watch. If you open up my channel, it should be the first thing that you see. And it's not like, you know, a Waba video where it's only made to make money. It's actually like, you know, good. Interesting duel so far. This part's a little messy, admittedly. I'm sure the stream bitrate is pretty low right now because of the amount of snowflakes that there are in the background. The gameplay is a little rough, and I'm only a third of the way through, so I'm just gonna watch the rest on the video. Ah, well, maybe I can't see because the video is 240p. This is such low video quality, bro. What are you doing? My face looks like a white blob because of this level. Yeah. That's what happens when you have a level with too many particles. Yeah, I was not going to want to play this. This looks like high, Loki. This looks like a high remake. At the drop. For me, not the biggest fan of these colors, not the biggest fan of how many particles there are in the beginning parts of the level. The spikes here look cool though. I do like that. Okay. And then, yeah. Spy by makes sense. Thank you for the 10 gold coins. Much appreciated. Yeah, for me the deco is just a little, it's just a little underwhelming, unfortunately. Like I would fix up the colors a little bit, and I also tone down the particles, make them a bit low opacity. Like look at this. What's going on here? Thank you for another 10 gold coins. But yeah, personally not something that I would send. Another gold coins, thank you. Oasis. Holy, I cannot see those spikes down there. Those big orbs remind me of Surveyor levels, and I'm low-key surprised that Monheim, however you pronounce it, is still unrated. A little simple. Kind of wish there was a little bit more in the backgrounds. Like, it does rely on the particles slightly too much. I think just some more depth in the background would just be really nice. This is a wild change. Hello. I mean, it goes with the song well, I'll give you that, but it was very unexpected. Also, these orb timings aren't the most forgiving. Don't do that. Yeah, it's almost there for a star rate. I just think that there just could be more depth to the background, realistically. Like, you had the particles there, but I feel like that particles realistically should be like a mid-ground. Then you should have some sort of design, just some sort of very low opacity pattern, or just a pattern that's like barely noticeable compared to like the background color, just so like it just looks less empty than it currently is. It's almost a star right though. Blood punch. Okay. Ooh, spooky level. If anyone here has a Christian fanatic mom, go tell her to come over right now. This level's for her. Another Doom level, alright. The animation on the character is actually pretty cool. Oh my god, I got sliced. I was going to go for that coin, but it's not worth it. We are over half through the level, and I do hope that there's a little bit more towards the end, and that doesn't really end anticlimactically. Thank you for the 10 gifted coins. Gold coins. This reminds me of, what's that one world level? Okay, so the percentage is broken. That's good, at least. Never mind, it's not that much. There's a lot of potential here, for sure. Meat Hook, yes, that level is good. This level is, like, very much inspired by Meat Hook. Meat Hook is basically that level, but with a different song. It's still cool, though. I think... See, for me to send it for Epic, it would need to have a better ending. Admittedly, it kind of ended in an odd spot. So... I'll send it for a feature. Green Wind. Ooh, these... Not the biggest fan of these colors, unfortunately. The dark purple here, I can't say that I like it. Hello? Okay. Fine, I'll just spam through it. There we go. These colors are a little bit better. Oh, the camera's going places. The camera's going a bit wild. Gameplay is also rather random. Didn't really fit the song all too well, in my opinion. Don't tell me it's about to turn around 9 circles. We did get a wave part, so we're halfway there. I can definitely appreciate the effort in this level. I think the colors need to be revamped a bit. There's some parts like this. I like these colors actually. Maybe the background here could be darker. But I like the general, like the shades of green used there. Free coin at the end. Unfortunate. Someone told the creator about blending. Yeah, true. Very much true. Yeah, it's almost there. I would just continue to work on refining your deco and work on those colors, especially at the beginning. This purple color scheme, like I said, I don't really like it. I don't think it's that good. So yeah, personally, not something that I would send. Alright, constellations. I forgot that freaking Jezzel has a Newgrounds. Color theory in general is a crucial study. Yeah. Especially nowadays. Like I'm very particular about my colors that I both want to see in levels and in levels that I make. But like, I never actually learned color theory. I just got better over time with experience. I never actually went and like learned any like, you know, actual parts of color theory because I didn't need to. I just got it over time. Yeah, this level's a little too empty for my liking. I think just more background substance is needed. Yeah, personally not something that I would send. Let's reset the form. I reset the form 52 minutes ago. There's no more need to ask about resetting the form because it will no longer occur this stream. This level's a little too bright so far with these colors. All of a sudden it turned into like a Zender game level. Alright, sure. It's an old level just re-uploaded. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Really gotta hit that light. Bit weird hitbox there. Yeah, that flashing is a little too bright. I'll tone that down a lot. There are some neat colors in this level, but I think overall it just needs a little bit more refinement. Designs don't look too bad. It is just a little, you know, there's not really much cohesion between the parts. Like earlier we got like a Zender game part, and then we have this. So. And then yeah, this part is a big difference. The particles immediately do make it a little bit more messy. I think that if this level didn't have the particles, or if this part didn't have the particles, it would look better. And then yeah, we got a modern part. This is what we would like to call Mega Collapse Syndrome, where there's a wide variety of quality parts. Personally, something that I would only send for a star rating. Runes, I guess. Alright. Oh boy. Whoops. There are 10 rooms and they look like this. Would prefer a little bit more, you know, substance to them. It's also kind of hard to see these spikes, admittedly. The time-wasting ball gameplay, we love it. We don't love it. This ball gameplay is boring. I don't know why people always have to make their ball or spider gameplay like this. There are many more interesting ways to make. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that sound effect. What do you have to do here, bro? Is there a secret, or do you actually have to, like, jump through that? There has to be a secret, right? There's a secret. Did I actually do it? I did it, okay. Way too short. And the colors, it was just too bright, didn't really, like, you know, make anything, like, stand out. Unfortunately, the thing with platformers is you gotta make your obstacles and everything stand out. But everything there is the same shade of white, so you can't really see anything. Humorous feline, alright. Interesting colors here. Good contrast between the foreground and the backgrounds. This part, though, nowhere near the same Deca style. I don't know. This is given vibes of a Mega Collab just based on, like, you know, every part's like completely different. But I would not be surprised if it was a solo. No, there just needs to be more cohesion between the parts, which is unfortunate that there is none. Also got no spiral background usage. Call mag again. What was that at the end? And we're back at the beginning. Honestly, this is cool. I like that because the song pretty much is the same as the beginning. There are some odd spots, mainly with the, you know, drastically different deco choices from part to part. So if it's a little more cohesive, I'll send it for a feature, but for that, I'll send it for a star rate. Alright, we have 6 seconds until we're over 2 hours, so. Alright, I got in there exactly at the 2-hour mark, so we're playing this last level. 2 levels in a row that say practice recommended. You guys do realize that, like, when you say practice recommended in your level, most people are just going to be like, alright, this is not going to be a fun level to play. Like, that's what most people think whenever they see practice recommended. So you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by putting practice recommended at the beginning. Not sure about those camera zooms. I think they're a little too violent. Oof. What's the hitbox here? There's spikes here that you cannot even see. Yeah, unfortunately the foreground deco kind of overlays the actual gameplay a little too much. It's also kind of hard to tell that you actually cannot even hit those blocks. Like, they look like you can land on them as the UFO or ship or whatever game mode it was, I forget. But you just die. So I wish it was a little bit more indicated that you could actually, like, you know, or that you actually have to avoid that. And this is just like straight up copy from Logotomy or something. What's going on? Yep. Thank you for the 68 bits. Much appreciated. Yeah, that was something. It was alright, and then it kind of just went that way. So, personally, not going to be sending it. Yeah, that's... I didn't even realize... Okay, it is an old level, first of all, so I guess that makes sense. You know? This was made... a couple months, or like, you know... a month after 2.2 came out, which is... when the unfortunate peak of this was there. But, yeah. Not something that I would send. Alright. That was the stream. Let's go raid someone. Let me close up the forum so people will stop requesting levels even though my forum is closed. Thank you for the 21 bits. Does an overused song reduce the chance of a level getting featured? I don't think so. Thank you for the 6 bits. I think that's, like, there are songs that are preferable to others when it comes to it being used. But I don't think there's many songs, or there is a song out there that I'm like, alright, I've heard this song a million times. I'm not sending it at all with it. I don't think I would ever do that, realistically. You know what, I rated this guy before. He was good fun, so let's rate him again. Oh, sorry for watching my mic. They're trying to do Bloodbath, so wish them luck. People on YouTube, obviously you guys cannot participate in the raid. Thank you guys for coming out anyways. And I'll see everyone next stream, whenever that might be. Maybe this weekend, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. See ya!